The following is a presentation of Girard Sports Live. It's time for Girard High School Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome out to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium here in Girard as we're getting set for tonight's girls-only matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Nevada Tigers. I'm Josh Lettner, alongside me, Jess Murphy, and it seems like we were just doing this, Murph.
Just a few hours ago.
Yeah, just last night in Galena, the Trojan girls came out with a 20-point win, 56-36 over Galena. Although after the boys' game, I tried to hang a loss on them, but they are 3-2 on the season. Nevada coming into tonight's game 5-2. We'll talk about all that as we move forward through the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We do want to let you know that Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Don't get stuck with slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crocan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crocan has to offer at ckt.net. This is the last basketball game here on Girard Sports Live for the 2022 calendar year.
Of the whole year.
Of the year. And we'll be back in action coming up on the 3rd of January. Is that a Tuesday? What is that?
Yeah, Tuesday night in Baxter.
That's right. We'll be on the road in Baxter. And then again Friday night, the 6th, as the Trojans take on the Columbus Fighting Titans as we start basketball up for the 2023 calendar year. So exciting action coming up down the road this year on the other side of the holidays. But first, this one here tonight between the Trojans and the Tigers. We'll step away for our first break of the pregame. We'll come back, give you keys to the game, take a look at some of the matchups going around the area tonight. And we'll also take a look at tonight's starting lineups here in Girard, as you get a little bit of glimpse of the JV action going on here tonight before the girls varsity action. All that coming up here in about 20 minutes. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Hey, Mama.
Now more than ever, Crocan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Crocan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Crocan. If you need to stay connected, you need Crocan.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Girard Medical Center is one of the area's best places to work. Are you a nurse? Does caring for patients on a more personal level sound appealing to you? Then you'll love our lower nurse-to-patient ratio. We also have positions open in other departments. Benefits include state employee health plan, 457 retirement plan with match, life insurance, paid time off, plus employee and family discounts on services. Best of all, your coworkers are like family. For more information, contact Greg Sullivan, Director of HR, or apply online at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Celebrate, recognize, build. That's the promise of Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving. Owners Greg and Missy Scott are committed to helping their customers celebrate special moments, recognize achievements, and build relationships. With a huge selection of Trojan gear, plaques and awards, custom leather patch hats, trophies, and so much more. Plus, while you're there, stop in next door to find the latest fashions from Aubrey at Scott & Company. Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving. Learn more at wilbertawards.com or call 620-724-0341.
Welcome back out here to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. The junior varsity game wrapped up. Lady Trojans won that one. And now we're getting set for some varsity action. Got the pep band on the stage entertaining the crowd while the teams warm up. We do want to let you know that our pregame show is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. They've been serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Well, as we mentioned, Trojans coming into tonight's game 3-2, coming off a 20-point win in Galena against the Bulldogs. A game where they were out ahead early, up by 20 at half. Then Mia Sarwinski tried to single-handedly bring Galena back into the game, but the Trojans ended up reestablishing that 20-point lead by the end of the game, and they ended up winning by that margin tonight. A tough 5-2 Nevada squad coming in. They got a couple of really good shooters and ball handlers, got a 6-foot big in the middle. They made it to the championship game of the Carl Junction tournament where they lost to Carl Junction. They got a 19-point win over Pittsburgh High back on the 6th. In their game where they lost to Carl Junction, they only lost by 6, so that was a close one as well. A lopsided win over Mack County, a 61-55 win over Parkview High School out of Springfield back on the 29th of November. So this is a team that's seen some competition, Jess, and the Trojans are going to have to start fast if they want to keep up with this Galena team.
Yeah, not only start fast, they're going to have to finish strong too, Josh, since the Veda team's going to be solid up and down the lineup. So just tough matchup tonight.
So our keys to the game brought to you by Evans Motors. Get the keys to your next ride with a stop at Evans Motors. Nate and Eddie have decades of experience getting folks into the right car, truck, van, or SUV that's right for them or their family. Stop by and see them at the intersections of highways 69 and 400 just south of Pittsburgh, or see their full selection online at evansmotors.net. We'll step away for our second break of the pregame show. Come back and talk about some local matchups going on in the area. Get your starting lineups in as we move closer to tip-off here in Girard between the Trojans and the Tigers from Nevada, Missouri, coming across state lines tonight. It's an interstate matchup here on Girard Sports Live.
The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Trojans getting set to host the Tigers of Nevada, Missouri tonight. Here on just a girls matchup tonight here in Girard. This is the last broadcast of the 2022 year for Girard Sports Live. Get a little misty-eyed about it, Jess.
We've done a few this year.
Done just a couple, that's for sure. And it all comes down to this. Let's take a look at some of the matchups going on around the area tonight. Let's look at your area matchups. It's brought to you by Diskins Auto and Towing, 120 East Forest Avenue, downtown Girard. Diskins offers 24-hour towing, can repair all makes and models. To learn more, contact Diskins Auto and Towing at 620-724-8100. Well, it's a Friday night, so a little bit more action going on around this corner of the state than last night. We know that Humboldt is at Neodesha. That game's already underway. 2-2 Erie is at 0-2 Uniontown. 0-1 Dewey, Oklahoma travels to 1-2 Caney Valley. Fort Scott at 2-2 travels to 2-0 Chanute. 2-3 Fredonia is at 4-1 West Elk. 4-0 Columbus is at 2-1 Riverton. 1-4 Parsons is at 2-3 Labette County. So the grudge match there between those two schools, about 10 miles separates them. 3-1 Pittsburgh is at 2-3 Independence. Burlington at 1-3 travels to 3-1 Wellsville. And St. Paul sitting at 1-3 travels to the number 5 team in Class 1A, Olpe. They are 6-0. Those are your matchups going on in this quarter of the state tonight. So some interesting matchups going on there. Going to have a good one here tonight as well between the Trojans and the Lady Tigers from Nevada. We talked about it before the last break. Nevada comes in 5-2. Got some pretty impressive wins already over some larger schools on their schedule. So Trojans are going to have to step up their game tonight if they want to be successful against these Lady Tigers. But we'll step away for our third break of the pregame show. Come back and talk starters as we move closer to tip-off here in Girard. Trojans welcome in the Tigers from Nevada. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Here at the Smith Agency, we love being part of our hometown, and we know it's the people who make our community great. That's why this year, we're on the search for our hometown hero. Hometown heroes are individuals who go above and beyond impacting people's lives. Hometown heroes are children, parents, seniors, they're leaders, and they're everywhere. Nominate your hometown hero, and at the last home game of the season, they'll be recognized with a $100 gift card to Heroes Barbecue. Contact our office and nominate your hero today.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
For years, James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumbach's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumbach's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumbach Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumbach Service Center.
Welcome back out to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, about 5.5, maybe 6 minutes away from tip-off here. Between the Trojans and the Tigers from Nevada, Missouri, let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. Starting lineups are brought to you by the Jagged Edge. The Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. First off, for the visiting Nevada Tigers, they'll start number 14, a 6-foot senior Abby Hethman. Number 23, a 5'6" senior Maddie Majors. Number 10, a 5'9" junior Katie Johnson. Number 2, a 5'9" junior Clara Swearingen. And number 5, a 5'6" sophomore, Kaylee Holcomb. Now the Trojans again playing a little shorthanded tonight, still without Hayden Buckley, although it looks like Danica Lopez back in action tonight for Girard. So the starting lineup tonight for the Trojans, they'll start number 00, 5'9" senior Emmeline Syndicate. Number 5, a 5'6" senior Bailey Troike. Number 15, 5'6" senior Danica Lopez. Number 21, 5'5" junior Riley Brooks, and number 22, 5'6" junior Peyton Brooks. So that's your starting five tonight for the Trojans, and injury and illness and all those things have caused the starting lineups to be in flux early this year for Coach Herlocker, but just it's kind of that time. It's that time of year. It happens every year in basketball season. It's flu season. It's everything else, holidays, whatnot, and so it seems like early in the year, teams trying to find a starting lineup, and sometimes it's by design, and sometimes it's forced on you by circumstances.
Yeah, the flu bugs hit us pretty hard around this school. I hear a lot of kids out, but you're 100% right. The start lineup you put in December, very seldomly the same five that starts every game from whenever we start, December through March.
Right. So both teams, I'm sure, struggling with that a little bit, but the Trojans in particular, we're a little bit more familiar with their situation. We mentioned that Nevada's coming into the game 5-2. They got some big wins on the year. They beat Pittsburgh High by 19. They made it to the championship game of the Carl Junction tournament. They got a win over Parkview High out of Springfield. So they've played some bigger schools this year, so the Trojans are going to have to come out hot. This is a confident Nevada squad rolling into town here. And like we mentioned, this is the last game for the calendar year. This year we won't be back in action until the 3rd. That's a Tuesday of January 2023 when the Trojans travel to Baxter Springs to take on the Lions. That's a boys-girls doubleheader. Well, let's go ahead and sneak this final break of the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show in as we get closer to tip-off. From here in Girard, Trojans getting set to take on the Tigers of Nevada, Missouri. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Calls carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Calls continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Now more than ever, Croccan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Crochan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Crochan. If you need to stay connected, you need Crochan.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed. Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
Hey, Mama. Now more than ever, Crochan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Crochan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Crochan. If you need to stay connected, you need Crochan.
Girard Medical Center is one of the area's best places to work. Are you a nurse? Does caring for patients on a more personal level sound appealing to you? Then you'll love our lower nurse-to-patient ratio. We also have positions open in other departments. Benefits include state employee health plan, 457 retirement plan with match, life insurance, paid time off, plus employee and family discounts on services. Best of all, your coworkers are like family. For more information, contact Greg Sullivan, Director of HR, or apply online at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Both teams getting introduced here as we get set for tip-off between the Trojans and the Tigers from Nevada, Missouri. Girard Pep Band did a heck of a job on that national anthem, Jess. It sounded pretty darn good.
Very good rendition of it. I'm really impressed.
Are Nevada's players, did they just frisk each other? Is that what just happened there? Well, everybody's got their own special handshake, but looked like Katie Johnson got checked for a weapon.
Like she
looks unarmed, so I think we're okay.
Entering an airport or something.
Yeah. Maybe somebody just has a dream of being a TSA agent or something.
And that's everybody's dream job, I think.
I'm sure, yeah. So I would imagine Abby Hethman going to jump it tonight against Emmeline Syndicate for the Trojans. Our opening tip is brought to you by Larrett Ceramics, 503 West Maple in Girard. Stop by Larrett Ceramics for great gift ideas and supplies. Get creative when it comes to gift buying. You get your friends and family a beautiful ceramic piece or maybe even classes from Larrett Ceramics. Call 620-724-8442.
We can see Herlocker down there giving final words of wisdom.
Score a lot. That's good.
Put the ball in the
basket many times over.
And try not to let them do the same.
That's right. So Sinnott to jump it off against Hethman. Tip's going to be controlled by Clara Swearingen. Just a sophomore out there. Shot on the way, no good by Abby Hethman. And Trojans get the rebound. Troike back the other way. Get it out to Peyton Brooks. Now down low to Sinnott, working against the trees. That shot a little bit short. Missed everything. And here comes Swearingen with it. Now Swearingen down the lane, and she's going to be fouled by Sinnott right under the basket. And we saw her shooting in warm-ups, Jess, and there's somebody who never saw a shot they didn't like, you know?
Looks like she spent a lot of time in the gym. She's
yeah.
Pretty smooth.
Pretty good handling the ball. Good shooting motion. That one goes off the back iron, no good.
Good broadcaster, Jinx.
Yep. Talk about her smooth shooting motion, and she'll brick one off the back of the rim. In that case, Jess, it's such a smooth motion. It's fluid, natural. Oh, yep, there it goes.
Only works once.
Only works the first time. Trojans down 1-0 here in the top of the first. Peyton Brooks gets it back to three-point line. She'll take the shot, a little too strong. Rebound comes down to Maddie Majors, senior guard. She'll handle it up the floor very quickly. Kicks it out. This is Kaylee Holcomb. Now Hethman with it back to Majors. Now Hethman again. Here's Swearingen. She'll pull it out for three. Oh, just rolls off. But Hethman there for the rebound, the putback, and she's fouled. Picks herself up off the floor, and she'll head to the line to shoot a pair. I think they're going to get Bailey Troike. Nope. They got Peyton Brooks with that one. Second team foul against Girard here in the early minutes of this game. First shot on the way from Hethman is good. Bailey Bradshaw checks into the game, replacing Peyton Brooks. Hethman hits both of them. And Nevada out to a 3-0 lead over the Trojans. Riley Brooks tries to dribble into the lane, has it slapped away, but Sinnott gathers the loose ball. Lopez now. Trojans working around the perimeter, back to Lopez. Steps out for a little 15-footer, too strong. And Swearingen comes away with it, passes ahead, and that's Kaylee Holcomb. Goes down hard, hit by Sinnott. She looks to be okay, and she's going to head to the line to shoot a pair, and there's two fouls on Emmeline here early on.
And that's why we put padding on the end wall there.
Yeah, Emmeline got her money's worth on that one.
Yeah. Clean foul, good hard foul.
Yeah, yeah.
Got part of the ball with it.
First shot, no good off the front iron. And the second one banks in. 4-0 lead now for Nevada, all from the free throw line. That one's poked away from Sinnott. They're going to whistle Katie Johnson with the foul. That's her first team foul on Nevada. Lopez with it now on the wing, back to Riley Brooks, top of the key. She'll put it on the floor. Not much room down the lane there for Brooks. Now Bradshaw with it, back to Brooks, thought about a three, now a little runner in the lane. Won't go, and they're going to get an over-the-back foul on Bailey Troike. That's her first, fourth team foul on Girard. Maddie Kester checks into the game. Bailey Troike will take a seat, trying to protect her with those 2 fouls. Right now, she just got 1, so just giving her a breather. Senecut's playing with 2. This is Swearingen being guarded by Brooks. Steps back for a 3, off the back iron, no good. She'll get it back and take it again. And this one's short again, tipped out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Kester, as she battled with Maddie Majors for the loose ball. Swearingen will inbound under the Nevada basket. Gets it into Hethman. Now Holcomb with it, being guarded by Lopez. Swearingen being guarded by Brooks. Hethman now at the three-point line. Senecut checks her. Kester going for the block. Now Hethman with it again. She'll go ahead and hoist the 3, won't go. And the rebound, last touch by Swearingen, and it'll be Trojan basketball. See if Girard can break the ice here. They trail at 4-0. So we're almost halfway through this first quarter. The Trojans yet to score. Bradshaw with it, back to Kester. Has to pick up her dribble, looking for help. Now the pass to Senecut is stolen. And Holcomb comes away with it, driving, throws one up. She's fouled by Bradshaw, and she'll head to the line to shoot another pair. It's Bradshaw's first. 15 foul on the Trojans. There's 4.5 to play here in the first quarter, Jess.
Yeah. Well, they've not allowed Nevada a field goal yet either.
Yeah, Nevada's been the more aggressive squad. That's why they're picking up these fouls and earning trips to the line. Holcomb hits her first. She's 2 of 3 from the stripe. Second one off the iron. Rebound comes down to Bradshaw, and she's fouled. They're going to get Katie Johnson. That's her second team foul on Nevada.
That was a good job there by Bradshaw just to have perfect position for that rebound.
And Kara Phillips into the game for Nevada. She's guarding Riley Brooks. Kester now on the blocks with it, and she's fouled down low by Hethman. And she'll head to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. And I think with a player like Hethman, you just got to go at her. And so far the Trojans, everything's been around the perimeter. It's the first time we've seen them try and penetrate.
Called that on the floor.
They're going to call that on the floor.
Wow.
So Troike into the game replacing Riley Brooks. Kester being guarded by Holcomb. Swinging around to Senecut on the wing. Troike with it, top of the key. Lopez goes baseline. Her 10-footer's good. First field goal of the ball game for either team comes from Danica Lopez. Trojans are on the board. They trail it by 3. Straight down the lane, off the glass, and good for Maddie Majors. She has the first field goal for Nevada, and the lead back up to 5. Lopez thought about an NBA range 3 and then thought better of it. Back out to Kester. Now this is Troike working against Swearingen. Senecut back to Troike. Now Kester going to go baseline working against Holcomb. And she's fouled by Holcomb. That's the first on Kaylee. Third team foul on Nevada. it into Syndicate, but a little too deep. Tries to get it out. Kester ends up with it. Now Emmeline will put it on the floor. Her pass picked off by Holcomb. And she's off to the races again. Off the glass, won't go. Rebound comes down to Bradshaw. Trojans dodge a bullet there. Quickly down to Lopez. Thought about a shot. Now picked up defensively by Majors. Kester going baseline. She's going to be whistled for the travel. Reagan Poland and Riley Brooks into the game, replacing Bradshaw and Lopez. Lopez coming off an illness, so they may be kind of limiting her minutes tonight. Swearingen puts it on the floor and got around Riley Brooks for the bucket. 3 points for Swearingen, and the lead is 7. Regan Poland with it. Trojans need to be careful with those passes. Nevada's starting to jump the passing lanes around the perimeter. A nice take to the bucket by Riley Brooks. Her first bucket of the game. Lead back down to 5. Majors being guarded by Kester. Kicks it over in the corner. Holcomb's shot on the way is good for 3. 5 points for Kaylee Holcomb. And the lead back to 7. Syndicate's turnaround in the lane off the mark. Rebound comes down to Heffman. Now Swearingen will carry it up the floor for Nevada. Pulls up for a 3. Won't go. Troike with the rebound. Ahead to Syndicate, who almost walked with it. To Troike, who wasn't expecting it, but Emmeline got it back. And she's got her first bucket. Lead back down to 5 with a minute to play first quarter. And Majors somehow ends up with the loose ball. And Nevada kind of backed up into that 2-3 zone you see them playing here. Trojans trying to dissect it a little bit. Regan Poland thought about a 3, now kicks it back over to Riley Brooks. She'll pull the trigger and hits. 5 points for Riley Brooks. Lead down to 4. Here's to see what Nevada can do here in the waning seconds of the first quarter. Majors with it. Gets it to Holcomb, now back to Majors. As we get down to 5 seconds, Majors will put it on the floor, pulls up from the free throw line, and hits. 6 points for Majors. And after 1, Nevada out in front by 6. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back here watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Walnut, Hepler, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Celebrate, recognize, build. That's the promise of Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving. Owners Greg and Missy Scott are committed to helping their customers celebrate special moments, recognize achievements, and build relationships. With a huge selection of Trojan gear, plaques and awards, custom leather patch hats, trophies, and so much more. Plus, while you're there, stop in next door to find the latest fashions from Aubrey at Scott & Company. Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving. Learn more at wilbertawards.com or call 620-724-0341.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Trojans have the ball here to start the second quarter. And they're going to get called for an over and back by Danica Lopez. Just kind of got to be a little bit more aware of where you are on the floor in that situation. It's a good metaphor for life, Jess. You don't straddle the line, you know,
Right.
one side or the other. Majors with it. She'll pull the trigger on a 3 off the back iron. Syndicate with the long rebound. And the Trojans back the other way, trying to pick up the offensive pace. You can tell here early in the second. Lopez has her pocket picked by Swearingen, and there's a held ball. It'll be Nevada basketball. These teams from Missouri usually don't get real intimidated when you pick up the pace. They like to get up and down the floor, so not really getting Nevada much out of their comfort zone. It's Swearingen. Look at the ball handling. Dribbling between her legs. She hasn't really found her range outside yet as Hethman hits. That's 4 points for Hethman. I promise you, I'm pronouncing it correctly. That's directly from Nevada's radio guy. Syndicate, she'll put it on the floor into the lane. She's fouled on the floor. See who they're going to get for this one. They're going to get Hethman. That's 2 on Abby. 15 foul on Nevada, so both teams with 5 here early in the second quarter. So we're going to see some bonus action probably by the end of this period. Poland, she'll take the 3 off the mark. Syndicate, gonna get an over the back foul, trying to battle with Hethman for the rebound. That's 3 on Syndicate.
Well, they just got her with 2. We'll take that.
Yeah, all right. I have her with 3, but we'll just pretend like that never happened.
Right. A lot better.
Yeah. I was wondering why she was playing that first quarter with 2 fouls. I was like, oh, they're really taking a chance. Swearingen kicks out. That's Kara Phillips. Her shot won't go. Poland with the rebound. Now the Trojans back in business offensively. They're trailing by 8. Over to Riley Brooks. Passes up the 3-point shot. Now she'll drive. Little floater won't go. Rebound comes down to Poland. Back out to Syndicate. Lopez will try the long 3. Her shot won't go. Tipped forward. Majors comes away with it for Nevada. Cross court to Swearingen. She'll try the 3 and hits. He knew that was just a matter of time. 6 points for Swearingen, and the lead now 11. And Coach Herlocker wants to talk it over. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. Well, Jess, honestly, Trojans don't look that bad here tonight against this Galena squad. A made shot here or there, and this is a very close ball game for Girard. They've defensively looked pretty good.
Yeah, that man defense has done a wonderful job with them. Nevada seems to, of course, they've scored some from the free line and scored a handful of baskets in transition here, but overall, I agree. This man defense has done a good job.
Yeah, 5 points from the free throw line tonight for Galena. Or for Nevada. See how that works?
Yep.
You do 2 games in 48 hours and everything meshes together. But, yeah, the 5 points from the free throw line in the first quarter, none for the Trojans. It's a big difference in the game so far. And now a little half-court trap action going on here from Nevada. Over to Peyton Brooks. Shot on the way. Too strong. Tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Nevada. And it'll stay with Girard. I think Peyton was a little surprised to find herself that open on the baseline. Rushed that shot a little bit. Syndicate, middle of the lane. The foul and the bucket. 4 points for Syndicate. And she'll make the first trip tonight to the line for Girard. She tries to trim into this 9-point lead of Nevada. Dead ball off the back iron, won't go. Put back won't go for Riley, or for Peyton Brooks. And Swearingen again hitting from deep.
We don't need her finding a range, do we?
No, again, watching her in warm-ups, she looks like once she gets warmed up. Nice move by Maddie Kester. The reverse layup goes. And Kester's got her first bucket of the night. Lead back down to 10. Here's Swearingen from the free throw line. Pull-up jumper, no good. And it's going to be Trojan basketball. Danica Lopez checking back in, replacing Bailey Troike. So it's Brooks, Sinnekit, Lopez, and Kester on the floor right now for the Trojans. Down low to Sinnekit, out to Kester. She'll put the trigger on a three. Little too strong, and they're going to get Riley Brooks with a foul against Majors, battling for that rebound. And that's going to be bonus time now for Nevada as Majors heads to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. She hits the first. Second one won't go. Rebound to Lopez. Now Kester with it. Riley Brooks to Sinnekit. Riley Brooks having a hard time with Swearingen. And Kester will get it back. They'll say it was tipped. No backcourt. Kester into the lane, and she's fouled. She'll head to the line. They got Lakin Applegate with the foul. Her first. 7th on Nevada, so this is a shooting foul. And everyone from here on out will be a 1-and-1 at least for the Lady Trojans. First shot by Kester rolls off, no good. Hits the second. Ten-point lead now for Nevada. Swearingen working against Brooks. Pulls up, quick three. Off the mark. Rebound comes down to Phillips. Ball poked away. Here's Kester into Swearingen. Now back out to Sinnekit. Now Kester again. She'll shoot. Too strong. Phillips bobbles it around, comes down with the rebound, and Nevada with a chance to add to this 10-point lead. Into the corner. Out down low to Heffman. Shot on the way, won't go. Partially blocked by Bradshaw. Here comes Lopez back the other way for Girard. Kester at the wing. Looking down low, has Bradshaw in the post, double teamed, and loses the ball to Heffman. Heffman will go the length of the floor, and she's fouled and will head to the line. See who they whistle with this one. Yeah, that's against Bradshaw. It's her second. 8th team foul on the Trojans. Heffman's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. First shot rattles off. Holcomb back into the game along with Katie Johnson for Nevada. Bailey Troike checks in for Girard, replacing Riley Brooks. Second shot is good for Hethman. She's got 5. Nevada up by 11. I'm going to just do that all night. Seneca hits again for the Trojans. She's got 6. Lead back to single digits. Here's Majors into the lane. And she gets it over to Johnson, who is fouled. I'm going to say by, I'm going to call it on Bradshaw.
Yeah, I thought it was on Emmeline as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
either
the Trojans, you'll take it, you know.
Right, either way, it's the third foul on either one of them.
Right. 3 on Bradshaw, 9 on the team. Free throw, no good. Lopez with the rebound. 2 minutes to play here, first half. Trojans trailing it by 9. Troike gets it to Seneca. Little 15-footer won't fall. Rebound battled for, held ball situation. I think it's going to stay with the Trojans, and it does. Reagan Poland checks in, replacing Bailey Bradshaw. Troike over the top to Lopez. Now to Brooks, who's really gone with that little runner several times tonight. Passed up a three-point shot right there. Couldn't quite get it to fall. Now to Beta trying to push this thing back to double digits. Here's Swearingen into the lane. Little runner off the glass is good. Clara Swearingen. 11 points for her in the first half, and Nevada leads by 11. Lopez back to Brooks. Catch and shoot 3 is good. 8 points for Brooks. Cuts the lead to 8. Swearingen working against Brooks. Crossover. Now gives it up to Majors. Out top to Hethman. Thought it real hard about a 3. Pump fakes and misses on the layup. She faked out Seneca, but couldn't convert on the layup. Now the Trojans back down on the other end. Riley Brooks for 3, won't go. Rebound comes down to Hethman. 20 seconds. Holcomb with it. Back to Hethman. This is Majors. She'll try the 3, rattles off, won't go. Rebound comes down to Riley Brooks, and she's fouled by Holcomb in the open floor. That's 2 on Holcomb. And Riley Brooks will shoot the 1-and-1 for Girard. Could cut this to 6 right here. First one rattles off. Rebound comes down to Hethman. Swearingen a long buzzer beater, won't go. And that's going to do it for the first half. Trojans trail it by 8. We'll be back with the GN Bank halftime show. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Do you have a construction project that just needs that custom touch? Are you looking for a contractor who can get it all done? Roof to floors and everywhere in between? Then call Dustin Sneed at DS Construction. With more than 20 years of industry experience, DS Construction specializes in new construction, roofing, renovations, and more. There's no job too big or small. For a free estimate, call DS Construction at 620-724-0209. That's 620-724-0209.
Whether you're suffering from the latest bug going around or have a chronic illness that needs regular monitoring by a physician, Girard Medical Center clinics offer quality care for your family close to home. 5 clinics are available throughout Crawford, Cherokee, and Bourbon counties, including Girard, Arma, Frontenac, Cherokee, and Uniontown. Our express care is also available Saturdays, Sundays, and most holidays for the unexpected illnesses that arise. Girard Medical Center clinics and express care, caring for our communities one patient at a time.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed. Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. The Girard dance team just entertained the crowd with a holiday-themed routine here at the half. At the break, the Lady Trojans trail the Tigers of Nevada, Missouri, 27-19. As the Trojan pep band getting fired up.
Good to be home.
It is. Let's take a look at some of these first half scores, but before we do want to let you know that our halftime show is brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. All right, first off for the Girard Trojans, they're led in scoring by Riley Brooks. She's got 8 points in the first half. Emmeline Syndicate has 6. Maddie Custer added 3. And Danica Lopez has a bucket of her own to round out the scoring for Girard. For the Nevada Tigers, they're led in scoring by Clara Swearingen. She has 11 points here in the first quarter. 8 of those coming in the first half. 8 of those coming in the second quarter. Next up, Abby Hethman has 5. Kaylee Holcomb has 5. And Maddie Majors has 7 to round out the scoring for Nevada. So the Trojans trailing it here by 8 at the half. And looking at this game on paper, Jess, if you're Coach Herlocker, you're pretty happy with your team being down. I mean, you'd like to have the lead go in the locker room, of course, you know, in a perfect world. But with a team like this, with the talent that Nevada obviously has, down by 8, you're still in this game at the half. It's still competitive, so you got to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, and I feel like maybe the Trojan ladies has missed a few opportunities to score a couple games. I mean, this could be a 2-point ball game about as easy. I thought their defense has been really strong, and they've done a great job, and they're just going to have to maybe look to get the ball under the basket a little more. When they have attacked a basket, it seems like good things have happened. But on the flip side of that, Riley Brooks and Danica Lopez, they can sit there and shoot the outside shot as well. So being down by 8 is, I agree with you, Josh, is not the worst of scenarios.
All right, your Eye on the Game is brought to you by Canar Eye Care. Thanks to the support from their community, Canar Eye Care has nearly doubled their space and extended their hours with locations in both Pittsburgh and Girard. Canara Eye Care is the clear choice. Make your appointment soon by calling 620-235-1737. We'll step away for another break as we get ready for second half action here between the Trojans and the Tigers from Nevada, Missouri. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Canara Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Canara Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Thanks to your support, Canara Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Canara Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
Welcome back out to Ted R. Taylor. About a minute and a half away from tip-off here of second half action. Trojans trailing the Tigers from Nevada by 8 here at the break. Trojans back in action on January 3rd. That's a Tuesday night as they'll travel to Baxter Springs to take on the Lions. That's a boys-girls doubleheader. We'll have that game for you here on Girard Sports Live. And then that Friday night, the 6th, the Trojans take on the Columbus Fighting Titans. And we'll have that game for you as well. I think that one's from here in Girard.
I believe so.
I'm just operating purely off memory here, which is not to be trusted.
Your memory?
My memory.
Huh.
Like last night when I said that the girls lost after it just called the game like an hour before that. So I haven't been hit on the head lately, so I don't really have a good excuse.
Lately.
Yeah. In my past, many times. That could be it. It could be a cumulative thing, Jess, but, you know.
Rugby's not all that violent of a sport, though.
No. It's the third half that'll get you.
Yeah. Well, I think, Josh, if the girls can kind of keep pace here and keep this within a fighting range here in this third quarter, they'll have a chance here maybe at the end. But things could get away from them here if they don't start this second half faster than they started the game.
And really what hurt them was not taking care of the basketball and the turnovers that turned into points. That's pretty much that and some free throws are your difference in this ball game. So if they can take care of the ball here in the second half and stay physical with this team, they could stay in this game. Nevada will get it into Majors. Now Swearingen with it being guarded by Riley Brooks. Shot on the way from Majors for three, way off the mark, high off the glass. Peyton Brooks comes away with it, and Lopez will handle it up the floor for Girard. Now Peyton Brooks with it, looking for help. Troike up top to Lopez. Has it stripped away and stolen by Katie Johnson. Her shot won't go. Sinnott with the board. Sinnott with it now at the elbow. Up top to Riley Brooks. Little runner way short. Slow start for both teams here to begin the second half. Trojans showing a little soft full court pressure. Hethman will handle at the top of the key. Now to Majors. Pump fakes. Now heads baseline off the glass and good. Maddie Majors. She has 9 points. The lead is 10. Sinnott with it at the elbow. Thought about trying to get it to Troike. Now Peyton Brooks gets it down low to Sinnott, puts a move on, and she's going to draw a blocking foul on the floor. She hit the floor hard, but appears to be okay. Kind of tripped, and they're going to get the foul on Katie Johnson. That's her third.
Yeah, split the double team real nice. Just not enough balance to quite get to the rim.
Down to Troike, off the glass, won't go, but she's fouled. And they're going to whistle this one on Kaylee Holcomb, I do believe. That'll be her third. And if I'm the Trojans, Jess, I like this start. You just keep taking it to the hole.
Yeah.
Keep drawing those fouls.
Normally,
as Troike makes her first free throw. That's her first point of the game.
Normally good things happen when you head to the rim.
Troike hits them both. Lead back down to 8. Hethman ahead to Holcomb. Now Majors with it. Looking for help. Back to Holcomb. Now to Swearingen. Majors with it on the wing, being guarded by Troike. Pump. Now she'll try the three. No good. Rebound to Lopez. Passes ahead to Peyton Brooks. Into Sinnott in the lane. Off the glass, won't go. Tipped out. And Nevada's going to have it as Swearingen crosses the timeline. She'll dribble in against Sinnott. Off the glass, won't go. Able to get pretty good penetration, just couldn't finish there. Peyton Brooks with it now. Back to Sinnott, free throw line. Try to go over the top to Lopez. The pass from Brooks a little too high, and that'll turn it over again. Maddie Kester checks into the game, replacing Peyton Brooks. And Bailey Bradshaw in as well, and Riley Brooks will sit. So now Troike, Kester, Sinnott, Bradshaw, and Lopez on the floor for Girard. Holcomb with it. Now this is Johnson. Gives it up to Hethman. Swearingen kind of loses the dribble out of bounds, and that'll turn it over to Girard. About 5 minutes left here in the third. Trojans trail by 8. They trail by 8 at the half as they try to cut into this Nevada lead here in the second half. Get it down to Bradshaw, baseline. She's double teamed. Puts it on the floor, kicks it out to Sinnott. Shot on the way from Emmeline is good. She's got 8 points, and the lead is 6. Holcomb with it, out to Swearingen. Swing it around, it's Johnson with it now. Hethman, Majors put it on the floor. Shot from the elbow is deflected. Bradshaw comes up with the loose ball. Trojans looking to push ahead to Sinnott. Off the glass and good. That's 10 points for Emmeline Sinnott. The lead down to 4. Coach Urlacher fired up, trying to get his team to believe a little bit here in the third as they've scratched away at this lead, cut it in half. Now Majors with it, middle of the lane. Her pass deflected, Pele'd around, and it'll be Girard basketball off of the foot of Majors.
Can't kick it.
That was a good little foot stall.
Yep.
There. totally legal in the World Cup, but not here at Ted R. Taylor.
Is it still going on?
I don't know, man. Seneca from the baseline, 10-footer's good. 12 points for Seneca. She had 6 points in the first half. She's got 6 here in the third. Majors, nice little pop shot from the middle of the lane. She's got 11 points. Lead back to 4. Nobody really picked her up coming down the floor, and Majors just took advantage of it. Bradshaw with it now at the wing, out to Lopez, straightaway 3. Won't go. Kester saves it in, but saves it in to Phillips for Nevada. And the Tigers back the other way. Now Swearingen with it. Haven't heard from her in a minute. She tries to put a move on Bailey Troike. Now she'll give it up to Heffman, top of the key. Now some indecision here by Nevada. Heffman will try the 3 and hits. 8 points for Abby Heffman. And the lead is 7. Troike being guarded by Swearingen, gives it up to Kester. Now Seneca out on the wing. Back to Kester. Nobody under the bucket right now for the Trojans. Now there's the back cut to Seneca. Gets it off the glass and good. 14 points for Seneca. Lead back down to 5. Trojans making a bit of a run here in this third quarter. Swearingen working against Troike. Kicks it out to Johnson. Now Majors with it. She'll give it, nope, she'll put it on the floor, goes baseline, back out to Johnson. Heffman thought about a 3. Now puts it on the floor. She'll give it back up to Swearingen. She doesn't think long about a 3, she just takes them. And Troike with the rebound, and she's fouled by Heffman. That's 3 on Heffman. 3rd team foul on Nevada here in the second half. Heffman will sit down. Hallie Richmond checks in. Riley Brooks, Peyton Brooks back into the game. Kester with the 3 shot. No good off the back iron, tipped out of bounds, last touched by Peyton Brooks. They'll say it's Nevada basketball. Jaden Hawkins into the game for Girard. So it's Brooks, Hawkins, Kester, and Seneca on the floor right now for Girard. Phillips heads into the lane, and she's going to pick up a blocking foul against Jaden Hawkins. First team foul on the Trojans here in the second half. It's Johnson with it at the top. Majors into the corner to Swearingen. She'll pull the trigger, won't go. Seneca with the good strong board. She'll cross the timeline with it. Gives it up to Kester. Into the corner to Hawkins. She'll try the 3. Rattles in. Jaden Hawkins' first bucket of the night. Cuts the lead to 2. Trojans trail it by a bucket here with under a minute to play in the third. Swearingen going baseline into a double team. Ball tipped away. Stolen by Jaden Hawkins. She gets it ahead to Riley Brooks. Being guarded by Johnson. Now Trojans will back it out and set it up. 40 seconds and ticking here in the first half. In the third quarter. Kester with it. Now over to Riley Brooks. Thought about a 3. Now goes baseline. Little runner on the way is good. 10 points for Riley Brooks, and we're tied up here in the third quarter. The Trojans have erased an 8-point halftime deficit to Nevada. Now Swearingen tries to go baseline, and they'll swing it around. Phillips in the corner, back out to Majors. She puts the ball on the floor against Kester into the lane, elevates, and the shot is good. Nice possession there at the end of that period by Nevada to take back the 2-point lead. With Maddie Majors, she has 6 points there in the third and 13 overall. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Hey, Mama. Now more than ever, Croccan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Croccan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Croccan. If you need to stay connected, you need Croccan.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Trojans will have the basketball here to start the fourth quarter. They trail it by a bucket. What's going on?
Don't have a clock.
Oh, the clock is reading zeros.
Come on,
Now
Mr.
it's reading
Adams.
80. There we go. All right.
There you go.
And the Trojans will have the ball here to start the fourth quarter. They erased an 8-point halftime lead by Nevada as Bradshaw handles the loose ball and drains it. That's Bailey's first bucket of the game, ties it at 36. Majors working against Troike. Back to Holcomb. Now they'll swing it around. It's Johnson with it. And Swearingen for three, won't go. And Trojans just let it go out of bounds. It'll be Girard basketball. Troike will handle up the floor for Girard. Looked like in the second quarter this game was close to getting out of hand. Then the Trojans started scoring a little bit, and they really turned things around in the third quarter. Crowd doesn't like the call. They thought the pass was deflected, so did Coach Herlocker. But it's going to turn it over to Nevada.
So did everybody in the gym but the ref.
Everybody except the guy making the call from the backside. Swearingen will put it on the floor. Lopez playing her very tight. Now back out to Majors, being guarded by Troike. She'll try the three off the back iron. Rebound comes down to Bradshaw. And the Trojans back in business offensively. Out to Lopez on the wing. Down low to Bradshaw, working against Johnson. Should kick it out to Troike. It's deflected. Now Sinnekit saves it. Sinnekit going over the top to Bradshaw. Off the glass and good. Bailey Bradshaw. 4 points here in the fourth quarter. Trojans with their first lead of the ball game. They lead at 38-36 here with 6.5 to play. Swearingen putting it on the floor. Now this is Holcomb. Hedman will shoot that three. Majors, she wants to put it on the floor. You see, she likes to get in the middle of the lane and pop a little jumper. Hedman baseline, now back out to Majors. Back to Swearingen, working against Danica Lopez. She's going to go to her left, and now she'll back it back out, swing it out to Holcomb. Left all alone. There's Johnson at the elbow, back to Holcomb. They'll swing it back around to Swearingen. Hethman back to Holcomb. Nobody seems to want to take a shot here for Nevada except Swearingen. Holcomb into the lane, now over to Johnson. She'll try a three, rattles off, no good. Rebound comes down to Poland. Trojans looking to try and build on a 2-point lead here with 5:15 and counting to play. Bradshaw with it. a little bit outside of her range, has it poked away by Johnson. It'll stay with Girard as Riley Brooks checks into the game, replacing Regan Poland. And you kind of sense the energy the Trojans starting to believe here as Sinnott kicks it out. Lopez for three, won't go. Rebound comes down to Hethman. Ahead to Majors at the three-point line. She gathers, tries a three and hits. Man, Maddie Majors, some senior leadership there. She's got 16 points and puts Nevada back on top by one. Out to Troike now. Sinnott with it. She puts it on the floor, dishes out to Brooks. Brooks directing traffic into the free throw line to Bradshaw. Back out to Lopez. Now Brooks, she'll try the three. Off the back iron, no good. Rushed it a little bit there. And now 4:20 left to play. Nevada leading by one, trying to add to it right here. Swearingen will pull up for three and hits. Just shot it in rhythm. You knew that was coming eventually. 14 points for Swearingen. And the lead back up to 4 for Nevada. And timeout on the floor. Coach Herlocker wants to talk it over. It's a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Trojans trailing by 4. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Well, things have gotten interesting here at Ted Art Taylor. The Trojans trailed by 8 at the half. They came back to take a 2-point lead. Now, Nevada responded. They lead it by 4 here with just over 4 minutes to play. And, man, between Maddie Majors and Clara Swearingen, the guard play for Nevada has been outstanding tonight. And then Abby Hethman's added some points of her own, but really just a presence rebounding inside tonight for Nevada. Now the Trojans trying to chip back away at this thing again. Lopez into the free throw line to Sinnott. The turnaround jumper off the glass and good for Emmeline Sinnott. 16 points for Sinnott. Lead back down to 2. Kester now guarding Majors. Riley Brooks on Swearingen. And now Hethman uses the screen, breaks free, gets the bucket and the touch foul from Peyton Brooks. And that's not what the Trojans needed there. That's 2 on Brooks. Second team foul on Girard here in the second half. Hethman trying to complete the three-point play. Off the back iron, won't go. Rebound tipped around. Johnson comes away with it. And now Hethman with it on the wing. Trojans kind of lost her in traffic on that last possession. Now Nevada, because they got the rebound off the missed free throw, this could be a 4-point swing here. They lead it by 4. There's a travel. I wonder when they were going to call that. Holcomb, not very sure ball handler at times, and that time slid her pivot foot. And that turns it over to the Trojans. Girard needs to come away with some points right here. Riley Brooks with it on the wing. Swing it around again. Kester thought about a 3. Now down low to Peyton Brooks. Into the lane to Sinnott, but too high. Sinnott can't handle the pass. Then we got a held ball, and the possession arrow favors Nevada.
This looks like a full court
Here
press.
Comes the full court press by Girard. Wonder when we're going to see it. Here it is. And there's going to be a foul in the open floor against Kester, working against Maddie Majors.
Still have
I don't know how they got Bailey Bradshaw with that one. Who was furthest away? Foul on them. There we go. Peyton Brooks with the foul. I'm like, Bradshaw's not even on the floor. Here comes Riley Brooks, off the glass and good. There's a held ball. The possession arrow favors Girard. Coach Herlocker wanted to travel, but they'll take the held ball. And there's a timeout on the floor.
I think they got the timeout before the held ball.
Okay. Well, full timeout for Nevada. We'll take one as well. Trojans trail it by a bucket. 2:13 to play. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Here at the Smith Agency, we love being part of our hometown, and we know it's the people who make our community great. That's why this year, we're on the search for our hometown hero. Hometown heroes are individuals who go above and beyond impacting people's lives. Hometown heroes are children, parents, seniors, they're leaders, and they're everywhere. Nominate your hometown hero, and at the last home game of the season, they'll be recognized with a $100 gift card to Heroes Barbecue. Contact our office and nominate your hero today.
Nevada with the ball coming out of the timeout. They called the timeout to prevent the held ball turnover. As Swearingen with it now, working against Syndicates, poked away. Kester comes away with it and then traveled as she couldn't keep control of the dribble there. She was getting harassed from behind by Majors, and she'll turn it right back over to Galena, or to Nevada. There we go, gets like 4 times. For those of you keeping a tally at home.
They rhyme.
For all you backseat broadcasters out there. Here's Maddie Majors surveying the field. Johnson with it, guarded by Riley Brooks, looking for some help. Gives it up to Swearingen, working against Troike. Now Heffman way out front. Back to Holcomb. Galena's trying to eat some clock here. Trojans need to turn up the defensive pressure a little bit and see if they can create a turnover. Majors over the top to Heffman. That's what they were looking for. And then she tries to get it to Holcomb. They almost lost it. Now Swearingen, she'll try the open jumper. Can't get it to fall. And the Trojans here with a chance to tie it up with 1 minute left. And Coach Herlocker calls a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take it as well. Trojans could tie it up on this possession when we come back. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Just a minute and change left to play here in tonight's matchup. Trojans trailed it by 8 at the half. They battled back in the third, took a 2-point lead. They now trail it by a bucket. They have the ball here coming out of the timeout. Coach Herlocker wanted to get the play he wanted in. Troike swings it around to Lopez. Lopez will take a 3-point shot in rhythm, won't go. Riley Brooks battling for the rebound, tips it in. Syndicate saves it. Trojans with another lease on life here. Back to Lopez. And now, I don't know, Jess, you just hold for the last shot. Lopez going to pull the trigger on a three again. Off the back iron, won't go. Rebound comes down to Troike. The pass to Peyton Brooks is good, and we're all tied up. Quickly back the other way is Nevada.
You might foul so you get the ball back here.
Maddie Majors handling. Right to the bucket, off the glass, won't go. They're going to get a blocking foul, though, against the Trojans. And it stops the clock with 9.2 to play. Sends Majors to the free throw line to shoot a pair. She's 1 of 2 from the stripe tonight. She's got 16 points so far, but none bigger than these right here. 9.2 is a good amount of time for the Trojans to get down the floor and get a decent shot off as they bring in Bailey Bradshaw for some rebounding.
Peyton Brooks just fouled out. That was her 5th.
First shot from Majors rattles off, no good.
30-second
Trojans are going to
timeout.
take a timeout, 30-second timeout. So now this is where Coach Herlocker gives them the play. If this free throw is missed, don't expect a timeout out of the Trojans. They're just going to come right down and try and score with 9.2 left.
Right, and I thought maybe we'd foul a little earlier in that sequence. We got 2 or 3 fouls to give, so maybe that played into it. But yeah, nail
This
biter.
turned into a heck of a game.
Right, good game, fun.
Honestly, in our prognostications off the air, I really thought the Trojans were going to have a hard time with this Nevada squad tonight. Looking at them on paper and the opponents they played this year, you're like, oh, this can be a tough one for the Trojans.
And they've stepped right up.
They have. They battled back here in the second half. Took a brief lead in the third quarter. Got a good possession last time and a couple of key offensive rebounds. Able to tie the game up.
Speaking of rebounds.
And Majors makes this
Right.
one.
1 point.
A two-pointer wins it for the Trojans. Down to Sinnott. Off the iron, won't go. Heffman with the rebound. Sinnott a lot of contact, no call. And she felt like she got fouled, but the Trojans are going to drop this one by 1 tonight. Nevada squeaks out of here with a 1-point victory over
game.
Girard. What a ball game. And, they lost.
Yep.
But the Lady Trojans, I think, can hold their heads pretty high, Jess, after this one. The way they came back in the second half, taking on a quality opponent here in Nevada. And there's a lot, I think, that you can build off from this game moving forward.
Yeah, and what a heck of a man-to-man defense. They kind of stayed in that man all night long and just kind of slowed. They couldn't stop, but they slowed the whole opponent to 45 points. Great ball game.
All right, we'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back with the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance post-game show. The Trojans fall just short tonight against the Tigers from Nevada, Missouri. We'll talk it over coming up right after the break. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings and a variety of other dishes that would satisfy any cravings, even homemade pie. Besides dine-in and carry-out, Chicken Annie's of Girard also does catering in the area. Stop in on Highway 47 in Girard for a hearty meal, and follow Chicken Annie's of Girard on Facebook for specials.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Walnut, Hepler, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Here at the Smith Agency, we love being part of our hometown, and we know it's the people who make our community great. That's why this year, we're on the search for our hometown hero. Hometown heroes are individuals who go above and beyond impacting people's lives. Hometown heroes are children, parents, seniors, they're leaders, and they're everywhere. Nominate your hometown hero, and at the last home game of the season, they'll be recognized with a $100 gift card to Heroes Barbecue. Contact our office and nominate your hero today.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium for the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance post-game show. Brought to you by Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. Let Leah and her staff find the right coverage for your personal or business needs. To learn more, call 620-670-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. Well, before we get into any post-game stats, we're joined right now by head coach Brad Herlocker of the Trojans. And coach, your team down by 8 at the half to a very good Nevada squad, and your girls able to battle back in that third quarter. Briefly took a 2-point lead, tied it up again in the fourth quarter. It came down to just a couple of possessions there, and Nevada able to escape with this 1-point lead. But you got to be happy with the way your squad responded after halftime.
You know, I could not be more proud to be the coach of this team. This group of girls really battled tonight. Late in that game, there at the very end, Danica got 2 really good shots that I want her shooting every time she gets. And then Emmeline Syndicate, who's been our hottest player last few games, we drew up that play. We ran the play exactly like we wanted to. She got the shot we wanted to get, and that's basketball. Sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't. We wouldn't even been close in that game had she not hit all the shots she hit before. Kids stuck to a game plan. That team, if we would have let them loose, 2 and 23 each would have had 40 points. They played their hearts out. They played a defensive game plan. We cleaned up all that crud from Galena game. A lot of careless turnovers in that Galena game, and we talked about that a lot. We talked about getting focused and stuff like that. And that's a really good team. They gave Carl Junction tournament at their place. They were up on them very, very late in that game. So.
Beat Pittsburgh High by 19. I mean, that's a good team.
So and we like to go out and we like to play teams from places that we don't see very often. And Missouri's a little harder, a little tougher, a little rougher, and those experiences, whether you win or lose those make and you find out who you are and you have an opportunity to correct things. But honestly, tonight the kids game plan wise, I'd like a few more shots rolled in. We had some shots that didn't fall, but overall, what an effort by our kids.
And again, starting a little bit shorthanded, without Hayden Buckley tonight, again with her foot injury, and just a tremendous effort by your team to claw their way back into this one in the second half. But this is the final game for this calendar year. We go away for the holiday, come back to a more familiar opponent on the road at Baxter. What's you guys' schedule look like over the break here?
Yeah, it's one of them weird breaks, and we've been on a hard ride. This is our first game here at home. We always play better here at home, and so we've had 5 games on the road, and then finally this game at home against a really good team. So that's a tough schedule, And so, when we come back from break, it's a long break. It's like the 29th before we even get to practice. But these kids need a rest. We've been going hard and spend time with their families, loved ones, and that's what this time of year is all about. And come back and ready to play. And tonight's something we can really build off of. There's so many good things about tonight. Still some things that we need to work on. Make no mistake, but some really, really good things tonight, and Girard Trojans got a lot better tonight.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for joining us, and have yourself and your family. I hope you have a happy holiday, and we'll see you on the other side of it for our trip down to Baxter Springs.
Sounds good, guys. Thank you.
All right, that's head coach Brad Herlocker of the Girard Trojans. They dropped this one tonight by 1 point to the Nevada Tigers. They trailed it by 8 at half, came roaring back in the second half. It fell just a bit short at the buzzer, and that'll do it for the 2022 calendar year for the Lady Trojans and for us here on Girard Sports Live. We do want to let you know that our post-game coach interview is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And Jess, have we thought of a player of the game this week for the Trojans?
Yeah, I'm going to go with 00. Emmeline Syndicate. She put up, 20 last night in Galena. And
put up 16 tonight.
Put up 16 again tonight, and battles a lot of rebounds and just does a lot of good things on the court. And right on cue, here she comes out of the locker room on camera. So,
all right, well, congratulations to Emmeline Syndicate, our player of the game. Brought to you by Evans Motors, the best players in the car business, or Nate Nettie at Evans Motors. Let them find the car, truck, van, or SUV that's right for you and your family. Visit them at the corner of Highways 69 and 400 south of Pittsburgh, or see their online showroom at evansmotors.net. We'll take our second break of the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance postgame show. We come back, we'll talk some game totals and try to put a bow on this one here from Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium in Girard. You're watching Trojan Basketball on Girard Sports Live.
For years, James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumback's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumback's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumback Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumback Service Center.
Family owned and operated, G&N Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G&N Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G&N Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Welcome back out here to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of tonight's scoring totals. Of course, these scoring totals brought to you by Bradshaw Collision Repair. If your car is anything short of totaled, take it to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers refinishing, paintless dent repair, glass replacement, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-724-7300. First off, for the Girard Trojans, they're led in scoring by Emmeline Sinnecott. She finished the game with 16. Riley Brooks added 12. Bailey Bradshaw had 4. Bailey Troike, Peyton Brooks both added a bucket each, and Jaden Hawkins and Maddie Kester had 3 points each to round out the scoring for Girard. For Nevada, they're led in scoring by Maddie Majors. She had 17 points, none bigger than the 4 she had in the fourth quarter. Next up was Clara Swearingen. She finished with 14 points. Abby Heffman finished with 10, so 3 players in double figures for Nevada. And Kaylee Holcomb added 5 to round out the scoring for the Lady Tigers. Trojans fall by 1. They're back in action on the 3rd of January as they take on, that's a Tuesday night. They're taking on Baxter Springs down in Baxter, and then again in action on Friday the 6th. Back here at home to take on the Columbus Titans. We'll step away for our final break of the post-game show, and we'll be back and put a bow on this one here from Ted R. Taylor. The Trojans fall by 1 tonight. They fall to 3-3 on the season. You've been watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Celebrate, recognize, build. That's the promise of Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving. Owners Greg and Missy Scott are committed to helping their customers celebrate special moments, recognize achievements, and build relationships. With a huge selection of Trojan gear, plaques and awards, custom leather patch hats, trophies, and so much more. Plus, while you're there, stop in next door to find the latest fashions from Aubrey at Scott & Company. Wilbert Signature Awards and Engraving. Learn more at wilbertawards.com or call 620-724-0341.
Welcome back one final time to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. Trojans fall tonight by 1, 44-45 to the Nevada Tigers. Why you look at me like that and I second guess myself? I think, am I saying Galena?
Oh, bro, I was waiting to hear
What am I
that.
doing? What am I doing? Jeez, getting in my head, man. Anyway, Trojans drop this one tonight. They fall to 3-3 on the season, and that's going to do it for the 2022 calendar year. Back in action coming up Tuesday, January 3rd. Mark your calendar. Trojans travel to Baxter Springs to take on the Lions. Then back at home Friday, January 6th to host the Columbus Fighting Titans. And that's going to do it for us here from Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium and for 2022 in general here on Girard Sports Live. I'm Josh Lettner for Jess Murphy saying thanks for joining us. You've been watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
You've been watching Trojan Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter.